Hey friends, welcome back. I'm Deborah Sweet, and I have a midday message for you. In fact, I've been deep in the throes of working, and I just got very called and compelled to jump online and share with you a little bit more. It's a pickup from the message that I shared a couple of days ago. So first of all, I hope that you have been having a blessed day. Second of all, I know that there is one of you, maybe a few of you, who you've been sitting in prayer asking for an answer. So I'm just letting you know we are connected. That's the beautiful thing about this world, is that we are definitely connected on so many levels. And so here I am, ready to share with you an insight that's really important in your world and in the space of helping you grow into the next level of you. So I'd like to welcome everybody. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Jessica. Hey, Chris. Welcome. Hello, Angel. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you here. Haven't chatted with you in a while. All right. So what am I going to talk about today? I shared the other day that there's a difference as you are growing and going through different phases in your life, that you may be sitting in this space where you feel a disconnect. In fact, many people, it's shocking to me. On one hand, the statistic is, right, that 83% of people that are working, living life, are so dissatisfied with how their life is going. And, you know, it's one of those things, we get up, we go to work, we put on that happy face, right? We put in the world's public persona, but underneath, we are not happy. And here's where part of the disconnect shows up, right? We don't want to show all the time, and sometimes we're a little bit insecure, nervous, afraid, not certain what do we share, do we not share? Because, you know, there are some people that live and thrive in the state of drama. They stir the pot, and the thing about those type of people, and I am not speaking about that, there are certain people that by creating drama and thriving in drama, what happens to those people is in the state of drama, they hide. There's this feeling of being able to hide. It's a shelter. It's a security blanket, if you will. Drama, right, is a security blanket for not having to pay attention and looking in the mirror to certain things that we might be causing in our own life. Yes, I said we might be causing, right? So I'm not talking about that. I am acknowledging drama happens, situations happen. But in our journey to truly become whole, healed, and get beyond thriving into a place where we can thrive and we can experience joy anytime, any place, anywhere, what we need to do, or I encourage you to take a look at, again, this might be for you, it might be for somebody in your world, is where's the disconnect, right? Where's the disconnect? What are those little things that are, wow, they show up and you feel yourself shrink back. Now, I'm not talking about being an introvert. I've shared this before. I am an introvert. People don't always believe me, but I'm an introvert, right? But I've gained skills to help me be more comfortable and function differently. So most people many times don't think I'm an introvert, but I'm an introvert. So I'm not talking about shrinking that way, right? What I'm talking about is our value system of us, who we are. I kind of referenced this the other day. If you haven't watched my video from 2 days ago, I encourage you to go watch it, because I start to uncover certain elements. And in that video, I talked about being authentic and transparent. And what I really shared was, there's so many people that talk, and I've seen this for years, where they say, be authentic, be authentic, be authentic, right? Authenticity is super, super important. But for me anyways, I didn't know how to answer the question, how can I be authentic if I don't know who I am? If I'm not feeling connected, there's the person I always felt I needed to be, and then the person that I became, and I'm telling you, they were not the same, right? So there was all this personal inner conflict that would show up, and oh my gosh, it would prevent me from doing what I knew I should be doing. And that caused me to constrict, because number one, I didn't know how do you work through those moments where you've got drama, you've got desires, but you don't know how to remove the triggers, the conditions, the situations that cause you to constrict and feel less than, especially if you don't want to share it. You're hesitant, afraid, you're nervous, you're concerned about sharing with others what you actually might be feeling. Because see, here's this other thing, right? We have this social media. We've become a very social media centric world. I was just listening, I heard this again on the radio yesterday about, like, in the world of Instagram, right? Everybody posts these life picture perfect scenarios, but that's not how life always is, right? So that layers in another level of disconnect and feeling less than. Okay, so I think you're all getting the picture, right? Give me a thumbs up, give me a little, for those of you that are still hanging. Sandra D, thanks for being here. Oh, thanks, Jessica, that must be my video from the other day. Okay, awesome, thanks. All right, oh, we have another one. Hi, Tony, welcome to the party here. All right, so what am I talking about, and why did I feel so compelled to deliver this midday message? Because number one, my heart, I'm moving beyond business. What does that mean? I love helping people in business learn how to do business, get business, and make money. That's what I do. I'm very good at what I do. So if you need help in that space, talk to me, right? But for us to function and be amazing and have a business that's really thriving, that business ultimately depends upon people. And here's where I'm moving beyond business to serve the people within business who are dealing in a state of disconnect. So, little shout out. Hi, Mickey, thanks for joining in. So, whether you might be here with me today and you're feeling disconnect, please understand I've lived this for the majority of my life. You can't fake this. When we talk, please know, if we talk privately, please know that anything we talk about is confidential. I'm here to help support you. I've lived through and I've grown through some horrendous situations. I've had amazing situations, but my journey has not been clean and easy. I've shared this before. And I know that part of my message, part of what I'm delivering here to you today, is so that you can hear and understand that, number one, you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone. But also, I want to give you some encouragement and reveal some tells, T-E-L-L-S, tells, that's what I call it, right? So first of all, the encouragement. If you, maybe this is you, maybe it's you in business, you're working at a company, you're running a company, maybe you're retired, I don't know, maybe you're in a place where you're ready to transition from one career into another, or you're ready to retire, but you're not ready to retire yet. What do you do, right? It could be that my message I'm about ready to share next is meant for somebody in your fold. So when we live in a state of disconnect, and I've shared that one of the symptoms, if you will, or one of the experiences that you feel is compression, repression, regression. In fact, sometimes when we're in such a state of disconnect, those of us who have lived feeling this way determine that it's better if we disappear. It's better if we minimize eyeballs on ourselves, that we shouldn't be here, right? And I'm telling you that, first of all, that is a lie from hell. That is a lie from the pit of hell. You deserve to be seen and heard. And as I shared the other day, it is your time to shine. I'm calling out leaders. We have to do things differently, and it starts with us. I have a mantra: lead yourself, lead others, lead the leaders. That's my job. My job here is to help you step into the most amazing next level of you. But if you're living in disconnect, one of the first things is, how do we bring hope back into your life? How do we help? What do you need so you can have hope? I hear that a lot. When people come to me, they've talked to me privately on personal things. They've come to me in business. They come to me to help coach them through maybe some health issues, some weight issues. I hear that all the time. Deborah, you were my last hope. Deborah, I've tried everything but. Deborah, I was about ready to give up, and all of a sudden you showed up. I understand that. And I understand why we connect when you say that. So hope is super important. To live a life without hope means that you do not have clear vision on who you are and where you want to be. One of my most favorite verses from the Bible, and I'm paraphrasing right now, is that my people perish where there is no vision. I'm not just talking five senses vision, I'm talking spiritual vision, that picture, that image of where do you want to be? What's next for you, right? So hope is super important because hope is a catalyst. Hope fuels passion, and passion is the catalyst. Passion turns on tenacity. Tenacity, as we get older, is much more important than just motivation. Tenacity is what we had when we were a kid. We had tenacity as a kid, and we could conquer the world without resources that we have as an adults. But as adults, we get so propounded all the time that our hope gets diminished. So I'm here to reach out to you and ask you connect up with me. Connect up with me. I'd love to help you get some vision back so you can have some hope back in your life. Again, this message may be for you. It may be for people you employ. It could be for people in your contact sphere, right? Friends, family. I want to give a quick shout out to Linda, to Mickey, to Robin. If y'all are here, give me a little shout out, some thumbs up. So, hope. If you are living without hope and you're feeling disconnected, right? Or maybe you're not even sure. Maybe you're not sure if you're living in disconnect yet. So what are the tells, right? What are the tells? First of all, if I ask you, what will you be doing 1 year, 3 years, 5 years from now? Can you answer those questions? If you're not able to answer those questions, yay, thanks for the love. If you're not able to answer those questions, then maybe we should connect up, right? Sitting behind one of my little curtains over here, I actually have a 10-year plan. That's crazy, right? 10 years. Most people are like, Deborah, I don't even plan what I'm going to have for lunch next, right? So, but hope is built upon your vision, and hope, like I said, becomes that catalyst for your passion, and your passion triggers tenacity. And ultimately, the goal here is to take you, there's these emotional layers, these emotional balances, if you will. On one hand, which is where sadly too many people live, it's where I lived for many, many, many years. The lowest emotional vibration has to do with death, okay? That's not thriving. That's not even surviving. The pure opposite of that, which is where we are told and where we can aspire to be, it's where we should live, is in a state of joy. A state of joy is amazing. So when you have hope and you have clarity of your vision and you're turned on by passion, and then you have that tenacity as a catalyst, boom, you can achieve happiness and joy on a regular basis. When drama comes, it doesn't affect you the way it may be crushing you now, right? So I talked about tells. What if you're one of those people in my world, and I've met you and I've talked to you and you confounded me many times over when you've said, well, Deborah, I've always known who I'm going to be. I've always done it, and I don't relate to you. If you're in my world, oh, thank you for being here. I love to learn from you, and you are blessed. But if you're also one of those people that you're not in that place, you haven't known forever, or maybe there's things you've wanted to do, but you're not doing them because that feeling of compression shows up, here's what, for me, what I have found and what I've seen with some of my clients and my friends are tells. So I know for me, especially these last couple of years in particular, as I've been on this recent leg of my growth journey, very significant tells have been in my life. I just didn't realize what they are. I'm sharing mine with you because it's probable you might have them too, or you have a friend that has them. So for me, sometimes it's literally this feeling in the pit of my stomach. I feel yucky in my stomach, right? Sometimes my heart just all of a sudden gets heavy. I'm using emotional words for a reason, right? So what happens, are you asked to do something and inside you feel it in your belly or in your heart, like, oh, I don't want to do that. But out of your mouth comes, yes. That's disconnect. Sometimes, I know for me, I went through something very significant a few months ago. Every time I'd sit down to pick up and make a phone call, and y'all know I have no problem talking on the phone. I have no problem talking for a long time, right? But I had to make some phone calls for business about something in particular, and every time I was just blocked. There was something that would prevent me from picking up the phone and talking about this one particular subject. And it really frustrated me, and it really confused me because I didn't know what the it was. So that's a whole different story of what the it was. I found it out. I've worked beyond it, right? But so I'm giving you a tell. Do you have something in your daily life that you have to do that maybe you procrastinate? Maybe, you find all the excuses to not do. These are all little tells that there's a disconnect somewhere. And where the disconnect is coming from, don't know. It could be because there's all these emotional things that we live through growing up, right? So everybody's triggers, reasons, experiences are different. What I'm here to explain to you, and what the message, my midday message, is designed to share with you, is to inspire you to take one step forward, just a baby step. Connect with me and let's set some private time to talk. Let's just talk about it. How can I help you? What is getting in the way? What is it that you've been connecting with in your heart, or you've heard in your head that you've wanted to do, but you have not taken action? Let's see if we can figure out what is that it for you. And then I ask you this: are you willing to let go of a few of your fears, a few of the stories, a few of the excuses that have held you back? Now that's mighty interesting. And I'm being pretty straight, I'm being very straightforward with this. And I've never spoken publicly like this on Facebook before, and on YouTube, and in a live scenario. So thank you, first of all, for entrusting me and allowing me to speak into you. When we talk about our stories, and we talk about our fears, and we talk about our excuses, our reasons, right? I referenced this again a couple of days ago in the other video. Our stories and our excuses, they are, wow. We talk about stories are part of who we are. Everybody loves stories. There's amazing stories, but then there are stories that become our security blanket. And those are the stories that constrict us. And those stories can manifest in a physical way. I'm going to speak about myself right now, right? I had weight issues for years. I struggled with weight issues. I won't go into that whole story. It's deep. Some of you have seen some of my posts. At one point, I was 100+ pounds overweight. At one point, I was way underweight, and everything in between. I struggled with my weight, and especially when I was way overweight, my extra weight on me was a security blanket because I was insecure in some other areas. So the story that I hid behind was my reason why I got so big, right? And then there were all the excuses and the concerns and the fears that came up with my desire and my intention to actually want to be healthy and not carry that extra weight. I didn't know how. Now I do. And you see here today, I think I'm looking okay for who I am, building on the bulge again. Okay, so I'm just using me with one story. What I'm going to just share here as I am about ready to wrap up a little bit is in your quest, in your desire, right? We have not been connected accidentally. The people in my world, my God, who has saved me from so many things and pulled me through so many things, connects me with people intentionally. That's why I'm even here right now. I was literally in the middle of something, and I got very moved by the Spirit to show up and give this midday message. So again, I don't know who I'm speaking to, so just thank you for being with me. Hey, Denise, welcome, welcome. All right, so let's just talk this last little bit, because the goal here is to help you have, be ready to take a baby step of action to connect up with me. Because if you're living in a state of disconnect, the place we have to start is let's get you back into having a vision. What is the vision you want to achieve? And friend, if it's just a vision for 2 days from now, 1 day from now, 1 week from now, hey, that's great. Let's start there. I'm all about baby steps, because every step we take gets us one step closer to the fullness and the wholeness of who we are supposed to be. So my goal here is how can I help you get clarity in the vision? How can we help you get rid of the disconnect and remove you've got the tells are there for a reason. There's ways to help remove the things that cause you to stay in a state of disconnect. And part of the action and the question is, are you willing to start to let go of some of the stories, the negative stories that no longer support you? Because what you deserve is to be able to create the life you've always wanted. Be the person you've always felt compelled to be, so that you can put in amazing new stories where it's just full of abundance and gratitude and love and appreciation, all the things that you as a human deserve. So thank you for your time. I encourage you, if you have questions for me, please put it in chat, private message me. If this has triggered and pricked in your heart, pinged your heart that you want to connect, message me. We will set time and let's talk. So know that you are loved, know that you are appreciated, and most of all, live in your power, live in your peace. And thank you for being here with me today. And we'll talk soon. All right, bye.